Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first video of the channel Rolling Up a Company. My name is Gils, and I am the creator of a tabletop RPG called Cannibal Z. In this channel, I will take you along on my tabletop RPG business journey, where I build my tabletop RPG from scratch and hopefully turn it into a successful name in the tabletop RPG space. In this very first video series, I will show you how you can use AI to build custom character sheets in Roll20 to run your games and campaign. Playing online on Roll20 can be very helpful if, like me, your friends are not always able to run games locally, or if you'd like to test a game system in many different groups from many different aspects of life. Yeah, to build this, you do not need any prior coding experience. You can learn what works and what to do as you go along from the AI. I will also be showing some of the downsides of using AI along the way and why an actual coder might be much quicker to achieve the same result. In the first video, I will show you purely what the end result in Roll20 can look like if you use this, and what you should be able to build in Roll20 by using AI as a tool to help you. So we will jump into Roll20 now. This is my campaign, my game from Cannibal Z. I call the campaign setting Memories of Playthings. So we are going to launch the game. And once we are successfully inside, I will show you all the actions on the character sheets that I have made so that you can decide for yourself if you think that's something that you would like to have for your own system or your own game as well, or maybe a system from someone else that hasn't been implemented yet in Roll20. You can now build it yourself and run those settings and games yourself. We are first going to click on the create a character. Let's give it a name, Bubbly Bubbly. We will save Bubbly Bubbly, and Bubbly Bubbly. We are going to set a sheet. Now I've used an API to do this, where the API will ask me what kind of character is this? Is this a player character, an NPC, or is it an NPC Lite, which is a more downgraded version of the NPC sheet that just has basic general information? For this, we will start with the player character, the PC, and where before you didn't see anything opening up, now there will be a character sheet loaded into Bubbly Wobbly. We can change Bubbly Wobbly's name from this sheet by clicking a random name button, and it will just, yeah, now he's named Grit, which is also a very cool name, obviously. We can have our tokens here, so we can select it manually up and down by what increments of 1. We can do it plus 100, plus 500, and you can see also the colors change based on how much someone has. If someone is a bit more poor, they'll have orange. If someone is completely broke, it will be red. And in that way, you can monitor the tokens. Same goes for health. It's got a little health bar here. You can do increments. So yeah, you yourself can also create these increment buttons and yeah, flashy things that are happening on the screen. With movement, for example, you can have yeah, for this game, the base movement is 5. It will go up if you have higher stats, and you can open a little cogwheel, which will show you some more information of some of the actions you can take. You can press some buttons here to rest or to overpower, which will roll automatically in the chat bar, and you can see here that we've successfully rested and that we are now less tired. The tired yeah, selection being here, so you can get more tired and your dehydration can change, and yeah, people can monitor it this way. afflictions as well. You can see what does this affliction do. You can roll for the affliction to see if it happens to you once the DM asks for that, and you can say, "All right, I'm in total fear now. I'm gonna run away from everything," um, and have it selected on your sheet. Um, you can have your stats. In this case, I have little roll buttons as well that can roll certain, yeah, um, attacks. I've programmed these buttons with the API tool of Roll20 to make it look just like the rest roll that we've rolled previously. There's different elements to the character sheet. So now we are on the main page. We also got the info page where you can select classes. You can see some info into the class with this information button over here, and it will automatically load the base stats uh, of that class into the sheet. So we can, for example, now we have also some upgrade points. We can also level up. So if we're level 5, we'll have more upgrade points. So we can put 10 in a stat of our choice. And yeah, we will see how that will update. If we press more, then it will go red, minus, and then you can see, oh, I've picked a bit too many points, and go back. And for example, now we can make a check, so a smart check in this case, and it will calculate how well that went. Um, yeah, on the info tab, you can also fill in a lot of basic details about your character, some choices, what you like, which city you're from, if you have a secret. Yeah, some of those basic features. You can have a warning reading here that changing the class will reset the stats again. We have an items tab. We can add temporary stat point increases. For example, if we want to add any items that are not in the manual or not automatically in the uploaded in the game. So we can say, oh, we have this and it does +1. Then we can add the +1 here. For example, Tinker, we can add +1, and then it will be here in the second tab. And now it will count these up when rolling and show you 9 total. Um, we have some carry units here. So if we pick a rifle, you'll see it go down. You'll see a reminder what kind of ammo is required for the weapon and how many charges it usually has. So if you buy this weapon, you need to buy a laser pack charge as well, or multiple to reload. And this weapon will have 10 charges, so you can use it 10 times to fire. If you fire a weapon, it will open the option, and you can roll the weapon and it does damage. This will change colors. It will show a little line around it if you have a crit. So in this case, it has a crit in there. Yeah, and that's basically the weapons. There are also some other items we can choose. So for example, we can have tactical goggles, and these tactical goggles will add 3 temporary weapon stat. So this item actually increases your weapon stat, and it will automatically be shown on the sheet as well. Um, so yeah, that's basically what we can make and build with the items. We also have ability tabs. We can have ability tabs show up per class. So in this case, we are a politician. So you can see the Tinker won't open and the bulk and weapon won't open because it has skills in smart and other skills. So we can, if we put some points in, we can now activate some of these things. The ability points will go down if we activate them, and we can start rolling yeah, some of these abilities. And some of these abilities will show, oh, it's not you didn't succeed in this, and the dice rolled will also change. Here we also have some cogwheels again that show you what happens at which level, how many times per day can you use it, what is it, is it an action or a bonus action, and which classes yeah are using this ability tree as well. Besides that, we have notes where we can take character notes, session notes, and some background stories about your character. yeah, and that's basically how it works, how it looks like when you're done with the player character sheets. Now there's also options to make NPC or NPC Lite sheets. So NPC Lite, for example, here is a very yeah, simplified version of the normal sheet. So here we can yeah, we have just a one pager with our notes for the DM. We can create our own attacks. We can create some armor. We can make some custom abilities for this character. Basically everything to quickly configure a an enemy or an NPC. You can have GM roles as well that will just whisper the same role just to the GM, and you'll see the box as well. Um, and you could also set this character sheet to a normal NPC, and then it will show a bit more information. So you can see that now it suddenly has multiple tabs showing. So each of those options will show you a different yeah, a different type of character sheet. So you could have as many as you want. You can have two, three, four, five different types of characters or things if you have a very complex world. And you can build whatever you want with some with use of the AI. You have to you have to yeah, put the code in yourself and constantly test it yourself. I would say, like I said in the beginning, someone that's an actual coder will know more what he's doing and be able to get through this relatively quick. From my side, I think I put in at least 120 hours into making this work. So it could be very time consuming to build. So just bear that in mind that it's not something that you can do in an hour or in even a day if you're not used to coding and if you're yeah, if you're just going to use AIs like ChatGPT, which we will be using uh, to build to show you how to build a sheet. In the next video, I will show you some of the underlying code, the API, and the HTML code that I've built, so you can see just how much it is. And we'll take you through some of the things that I've realized going on along the way, and some of the things that you might be able to prevent that way in the next video. So I yeah, thank you for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode to help you get started on creating your character sheet in Roll20.